Hello. I think it's been a while. There ain't anybody here yet, but it's been a while. Let's see who the first person that comes in here is. I'm really curious. Oh, there's an Uber. There's Lala. You're the first one. Hi, Lala. I'm not dead yet. I feel like it, but Cleveland. What's up, man? Yeah, just it's been interesting. Can't really go live because I don't have the other phone anymore. It's a good story about that, but yeah, it unfortunately had to go. This phone doesn't really work for live. Well, I always am working, so I can't really go live. Like you can't work, and I can't like leave this in a little window, and this battery's toasty roasty, so I have to keep the phone plugged in like 24/7. So yeah, it's been a hot minute. It's been through a lot. Been through a lot. So freaking good to see you, my friend. I've been thinking about you. Well, thank you, Lala. It's very nice of you. I appreciate it. It's almost about time to take these off. It ain't quite dark yet, but almost. Thank you, Cleveland. Yeah, I missed doing it. It was fun, you know. It gets pretty lonely out here, just scrolling all the time. You'd think it's fun to doom scroll, but you can reach the bottom of the internet, I feel like. Thank you, Lala. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's been it's been a lot. Yeah, to repeat myself. I don't know. I was thinking about. It's not that I didn't want to really go live. It's just I really couldn't. So it's not. I don't have a way to do it now. You know, and I'm literally on like all day long. So I can't stream. The only way to go live is to do this. I have the apps on right now, but it's so dead today that I figured, well, you know, I'll throw it out to the internet and see what we got, and feeling a little bored, a little lonely, and I wanted to check in with you guys before the demise. Um, I've been out. This is today. I have 2 days until I gotta switch the car, and today it was one of my banking days. Like, hey, you know what? We need to do X amount in 7 hours, and I've done $29. It's real. Today is the worst day that I've had. There's been some $60 days, some 30 days. There's been a $300 day. There's a couple 200s. I've had some good days for sure. I just been literally sleep, wake up as soon as I can get rolling, and work. Obviously, the economy the way it is, orders are not as good, and everybody's driving. And with the college kids back and shit, I think the market's flooded. I really do. I really feel like I've seen a huge change in the last like 2 months. So the summer's been pretty brutal. Eric, what's up? You're trying to locate my email. Oh, it should be posted on the thing. Yeah, the phone got shut off, and then the switch, and then the number switch, and I've been robbing Peter to pay Paul and doing this and that, and I have MacGyvered every goddamn thing I could possibly MacGyver. Um, and that's part of the reason why I'm coming live, because, before everything kind of comes to a head here, I wanted to check in with you guys, let you know I'm still out here. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate it. Appreciate that, Cleveland. Thank you, man. Yeah, it's been rough. Let me tell you, it's what really hit me was the summer rates. I was doing good, and the car wasn't too bad. Uh, Two things hit every time I changed the car out. There's a $200 deposit, so they already have 200 of the dollars, basically what you guys originally donated, months ago or whatever, when I was on one of the before we did the lives every day, for a week or 2 weeks, and then that phone got shut off. Um, so when you change the car, there's two, and then you have to pay another 200 before, and then they issue the refund on the 200. So yeah, it's coming back, but basically, if that makes sense, you have to have 400 worth of deposits, which is pretty brutal, nowadays with anybody, let alone, when you're day to day. And then the summer rates went crazy. So it was May, I think. Yeah, May was 250. I got a really good deal. I'm always on there checking, seeing what I can do. Um, but it's limited because I can't get from A to B. Like when I go drop the car off, I can basically go with what's in that town or that area. It's not in town, but I can only go so far because I don't have a ride anywhere or anybody to take me, or I got to take my stuff and put it in storage. And so I had May was 250. June it went up. I think it was like 3 something, and then July is 400. I think it's like 418 or something. So it's fucking brutally expensive. It was like 60 a day, and then with gas it's like another 20. So I got to make, and then dinner is like, I've been trying to eat for like $10, 15 or less pretty much, which is hard to do sometimes with it, out eating like garbage, whatever you can do, cereal, whatever. But basically it's $80 to $100 a day minimum. So I might have a $200 day, but then, I have a $60 day. Well, that kind of, which we're used to. It's just without a backup, it's kind of fucked, you get kind of fucked. Yeah, it is. It's really, so it's for this month, it's been $60 a day just for the rental. And then I'm doing about 25 to 40 in gas, depending on how hot it is, how far I'm going. The cool part is I've been taking a lot of ones that go really far, like south, because I don't have to worry about wear and tear or mileage, right? So I can just take shit that's going like 30 miles. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, gas wise, but driving, almost all the newer, their cars get about 30 to 40 miles per gallon. Some even a little bit higher than that. But if you're sitting there idling, and basically if the sun's out, you have to have the car on with the air on. Even if you have the windows down, a lot of the times it's too uncomfortable in the summer. Like, in the evening right now, yeah, you're fine, but people don't understand, Like I said, I put that thermometer in the black car. That fucker, when I was going back and checking it, whatever, that thing, and this was in what, April, March, whatever, March, April. I don't even know what the fuck, how long it's been, but that thing maxed out 110, and it maxed out. So it gets so goddamn hot. So I've been trying to turn off and whatever. It's just brutal. It's about half a tank a day with driving and then leaving the car on, which isn't that bad. In this car, it's low tank, so like this is a Jeep, but it's a like a Cherokee or whatever. It's all they had. I only had 2 options when I went, and that's all I could choose from. So, I think to fill this, it's not even $50, and gas is almost $5. So, it's got like a 9 or 10 gallon tank. Hold on, I got an Uber. I got to check it. $3 order. Fucking garbage. What it's been all day. Oh my God, hold on. All right, hopefully. I don't even bother. It was a radar. I don't even know why I bother checking the fucking thing. It's weird. It's so frustrating because the day I needed to be good and I missed a roadie. I've been doing lots of roadies, tons of roadies. I finally got past where you get the 5 or whatever so I can get the instant pay. And that was the reason why I never did roadie really because, well, I had all the shit in the car and whatever. Now I don't have as much crap in here because it's in the storage unit. So that way it's a little bit easier to get her, you know, I can take big stuff. I took 3, like a 36-inch cabinet. I took the roadie and I realized what was on the order because you just see the size, but you don't see like what it is until you get there. So then I ran to my storage, I took everything out and then loaded up the car and like moved this seat all the way forward. I had 2 base cabinets, like kitchen cabinets, and a big like sink cabinet, like the 36, and it was hanging out the back and I tied it down. I got $40 for that, so it was worth it. So yeah, it's been different. A lot of those. What I realized though is I don't really make the day though unless I wish I could screenshot or show you, but everything's on this phone. Unless I get one good Instacart or roadie, I'm kind of fucked because those will be like between 30 and like 50 to $75. So if I can get that base. And then with Uber, I don't know why today it's so slow because it's me, and of course it is. The day I really need it, but usually I can make about 30 to 50 on Uber, which isn't bad. And then if I make 50 there or whatever, I'm getting at least 100, so I'm meeting expenses. I cut out coffees, can't afford them. It's been like 3 weeks. I'm fucking dying. I've been on coffees for years. That was my last stronghold. I said I'd never give up. Can't do those. Honestly, it's been so bad. Like, there's been nights I haven't even ate anything. I know it doesn't fucking look like it, but it's been really fucking brutal. So, but anyways, it's all coming to a head because unless I make like $200 tomorrow, we're not gonna have a car again. So I'm gonna be stuck like an hour away. And basically fucked. So I don't know what to do, but I figured, not to come on here and lay the hand out, but I just give you an update. I don't want any help, I just let you know before the shit hits the fan. So I'm gonna have to, I don't know, find a good place to sleep in the bushes, but yeah, Gary. Busy, what's up? Yeah, there's been lots of good orders like I've got. I missed one today. I'm pissed. There was like a $50 roadie in there and someone took it. I swear since the summer's hit, it's been so hard. This July month has been fucking brutal. Yesterday, the dude was sniping shit. Yesterday, I didn't have any Instacarts or roadies. There's a guy here, and I think he's like diamond cart, so he gets to see him like 20 seconds before I do, or in a minute. I don't know. He's been sniping the fuck out of him all day. I kept seeing him here. I was here doing Ubers at Safeway, but this guy was just killing it yesterday. Orders pop up, gone. You can't even get an Instacart unless the fucker's on the screen. The last week has been really bad. I hope if tomorrow ain't a good day, then I'm royally fucked. I mean, the likelihood of doing that, I've only done that like maybe 5 times, so whatever. I can't fight it. Whatever is meant to be is meant to be, so. I did get the storage moved. Sorry, my voice. I haven't talked really. This is the most I've talked in months. I got the storage moved. I went over there. I rented a pickup in the second car I got. It was cheap, but that's because that's when gas, of course, was the most money. It was like $5.50 a gallon up here. It was fucking crazy. In that truck, it was $140 to fill that fucking truck. It was so expensive, but the rental was really cheap, so it kind of evened out. I was able to do some weird loads too, like big TVs and I don't know, crazy, a trampoline. I delivered all kinds of weird shit. Because, you know, you had the whole bed, but I got it to the last few days. I had like a couple days left before I had to change the car. And I had just enough in gas to get to Crackamaw and not work because, you know, I didn't expect to make any money. Loaded up, sold everything I could for pennies on the dollar. I mean, there wasn't much in there. You guys that have been here a long time know that. But I had like a bed, a microwave, a nice little ice machine thing, just house shit. There was some shit I didn't even realize I had. I sold my jack, my ramps. You know, I didn't need it. If I don't have a car, I don't need the fucking stuff. So it was a hard, brutal, hard time because I couldn't go live and show you guys. I'm working all the time, so I can't really edit. I don't have time to edit and film and shit. And this phone's so bad, like I have to leave it plugged in because the battery's toast. But I got the truck loaded and I got the shit over here, got a unit, had a month for free. It's due again here next week or whatever. But I had July, I paid for July, June, got July free, which was nice and helped. It's a little bit cheaper, not much really, considering the size, but loaded everything I could into the pickup. I had to leave my TV. I left a couple racks, whatever. And I had like 1 day left before I got locked out of that Yakima storage. And I just left what I couldn't fit, threw a tarp over it. I have pictures, but I can't show you because they're on the phone. And strapped it down and got over here and got the storage. So my shit's at least here and safe. There's not much left, just some totes and trophies from when I was young, pictures, shit like that, you know, that you don't want to get rid of. John, what up? A day off, yeah. I haven't taken a day off since the day the car was broke. The day the car and I got it towed, that day off where I streamed to you guys, that was my last day that I didn't work. So I haven't taken a day off in like 4 months. There's enough to make it, but there's not an excess. So it's kind of like this endless wheel of being fucked because, yeah, I've got it looks from the outside, oh yeah, you're in a nice car, whatever, but sleeping in the front seat of a car is fucking brutal, especially when it's not your car and you're not comfortable because you don't have your stuff kind of that you want, and you're always changing and you can't really put stuff. It's not like the Beast where I could have stuff, like everything's got to be pretty mobile and be able to move it. Just leaning back a seat is not super comfortable, but it's better than being in the bushes, which will be next week. But it's been 4 months and I kept on the circle. So I mean, and everybody's like that. I mean, anybody that's trying to do anything at this point, I mean, everything's crazy fucking expensive. So totally, I don't think I'm in a certain boat on that. Only problem is when you don't have a car and you're a delivery driver, the biggest issue is not only losing your house and trying to figure out where to sleep, which is going to be new, and worrying about getting your shit stolen and whatever. You got to deal way more with the weather being outside. And then, showering and doing all that goes to the wayside. But then you lose your money. So at least now, the last few months, I've been sustaining, where might not be great, but, I had enough for dinner. I could get some waters, a pop, the very basic necessities. I mean, God, I don't even want to tell some. There's been some really crazy shit. So surprisingly, not a lot of magnet activity. Come to find out, when you have a newer car, even though it ain't yours, people don't know that, and you get treated a lot differently. And ever since I haven't been on the tube, no magnet behavior really at all. I honestly think a lot of it was caused by a few bad people and people doing stupid shit or whatever, but hopefully they decided out and figured out and got a life, I guess. I don't know. You know what's crazy? This whole time, what has it been, like 20-something minutes? I still haven't even got a fucking offer. I don't know what's going on today. T-Mobile went out. The funniest, so I needed to work today really bad. I first get my first delivery an hour and 15 minutes in. No pings, no nothing. First thing that comes up, and I'm like, finally, fuck. It's like $7, 7 something for like 8 miles. Shitty order because I got to come back. But I'm like, I took it. I lose service over there. So I go deliver it and I'm coming back and it says SOS. But I get into town, it says SOS. And I'm like, what the fuck? I just paid the bill. I didn't want to, but I paid because I had to. They were going to shut it off. I'm on the payment thing, So I paid it. And so I look and I'm like, oh, it's fine. I had to go into Safeway and get on their Wi-Fi. And I looked and T-Mobile had an outage today. So the fucking thing was off. I'm like, that's some magnet behavior, a funny story you guys would like. The day I lose phone service. I can't even make this shit up. The first time, and I've had T-Mobile like almost 2 years. Year and a half. Not one time have I had an issue. Of course, today. So I went and downloaded Visible, and they have a free trial. So it took me about 45 minutes to sign up and download the app and whatever, and got it to work. And then I did one other shitty order, like $15 roadie for it was like 20 miles and then 20 back. So I went like 35 miles probably for 15 bucks. That's how fucking desperate I was. But again, I'm only just paying like 1 gallon of gas, so I made 10 bucks. It's something. But I'm on the T-Mobile now. I came back on, so. Yeah, I hope I have a really good day tomorrow, Lala. I need to. Snacky, how you doing? How are things been? What happened to the beast? The $1 million question. Oh my God, an order. It was okay. It was $8 for like 6 miles. But since I'm chatting with you guys, I won't take it. At this point, what the fuck? It's not going to really help me. I don't know. I haven't looked. I don't even know if the beast is still where it was parked. I don't know. I took all the shit out of it a couple months ago when I got the storage. And it's just sitting there. I haven't done anything with it. I don't think the local will tow it, so there's nothing to do with it. It's just stuck until the city tows it or whatever. I don't know. Does me no good. It's a fucking sauna that doesn't work. The battery's dead. There's no charge in it. I can't charge my stuff with it. It's just dead. Might as well be in the junkyard. Does nothing for me. It's a $20 part, but it could be other things too. I don't know if it's just that part, but it's at least $1,000, $1,500 to fix it. And you would never spend $1,500 on a car that has 240,000 miles and is 20 years old. Makes no sense. The fucking thing barely ran anyways, so. You had your shoulder surgery, so you're recovering. Oh, good. Was it rotator cuff or was it something else, or you just regular shoulder? I appreciate a couple of you have checked on me, so I appreciate that. Eric reached out once or twice, or a huge kudo to Mr. Softball too. He sent me a few bucks the other day and reached out and was checking in on me and really kind of motivated me to turn the channel back on because the channel was off. This one was on, but the Sloth-Man I had turned off. So I went through that night and reactivated everything. So also John Doe has been I think keeping some of you guys up to date on the Facebook group or whatever, but he's been in touch a lot too, so I appreciate that. A couple other people too. Sippy, I think, Tornado reached out a long time ago, but versus Sacrifice. Oh my God, Snacky, bone spurs. Ouch. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. I bet you it's going to feel a lot better, that's for sure. Oh, I guess I should turn a light on. It's kind of got dark. Yeah, the haircut. I got a haircut finally. It was bad. I sent John a picture of it when I was in Crackermall, and my hair was like out here. I looked like a fro. It was so bad. So I did get a haircut, but it's already long again. I mean, it's not long, but long enough. But I haven't even bothered combing it, so I'll just wear the hat. Fuck it. It's not worth it. I have nobody to impress out here. I'm old fat bum. I'm gonna be rolling around in the fucking bushes in a couple days, so like they give a fuck. I got nobody to impress. Still got the sloth. He helps cover the window, so I jam him in there to kind of cover some of the light that comes through at night, when I get the fortress up and lean the seat back, get my 3 hours of sleep before some fucking car wakes me up. But yeah, no, I don't know. Literally, I kind of turned, and I've said this to John and a couple people that another reason where I really haven't went live too. I mean, I could do this again, but I can't work. And because I only got the one phone, I had to sell that phone. I think I got into that story and I forgot, but I took that phone I think last month, so I can I had enough for the deposit for the car. And so I sold it to that Eco ATM. I didn't even own it. I still owe the bill. So they're going to charge me for that phone. And I owe the couple hundred on the bill. I don't care. You can't collect something from somebody that don't got shit, so go for it. My credit's is gone anyway, so what do I care? It was a different plan than this one. Even though T-Mobile has bought, it was US Cellular, so, and it'd been off for like 2 months, so I had no choice. So I got like $170, which was just enough. I literally had about like $10 left. I think it might have been the month before, and then last month I was good. I had like $30 left over. So right now I'm about 200 off from what I need. I'm looking at Turo. I might have to go that route because they don't charge deposit. But unless I have a good day tomorrow, 100, 150 plus, I'm still not going to be able to do that. And then I got to figure out, how to get to pick up, because then I got to pay for a Lyft or an Uber or something to get to where the car is. So, yeah, I don't know. But I'm just kind of running last ditch effort and checking in and letting everybody know before because that phone will get shut off here in probably 2 weeks. So I won't be able to reach out anymore. I'll try to check in from the streets, unless I get a fucking $200 Instacart tomorrow and some miracle happens. But what I was saying earlier is the reason I haven't really went live, I have, it was a lot of, I'd come on here and bitch and moan and kind of make fun of it. But I've kind of just turned emotions off, really, to be honest with you guys. As much as I possibly can. If I tried to turn emotions on, I know it sounds weird, but think of the light switch, and everything that's gone on, I would be so fucking depressed. I wouldn't even be able to work. I'm been making it so closely. I have to have my eye on the ball every single day, all the time. And to turn that off or turn it on or whatever and kind of think about things or doing this or that or whatever. I can't. I have to stay focused. Just drive. It cures all. And then someone will go, well, the local, some of the people I talk to at the stores and stuff here, the one guy well, why don't you go get a normal gig? Everybody says that. Okay. So then let's say in the best situation, I go get a normal job. At this point, I wouldn't be opposed to that. But here's the problem with that. I don't have anywhere to sleep. So where am I going to sleep? How are you going to wake up and go to a job and get dressed and be somewhat presentable and not gross if you're outside? Because if I don't make enough money, I lose the car. I can't work and wait 2 weeks to get a paycheck. And I make just as much driving as I would at a regular job. So it just doesn't work. I'm stuck. And it really shouldn't have got to this far, but I just used every option I possibly could at this point. I just don't know what to do. Without somebody helping me, not the YouTube universe, but just without somebody going here, or I don't even want I really don't even want to be gifted a car, but if a car lot would let me take a car, because I'm paying $1,500 to $2,000 a month to rent a car, which it works because I'm using it as shelter and to make money. So it doesn't work, but it does. And I'm fine with doing it that way, but there's no way to get far enough ahead. You know, if I had money, and I guess I would use that to get a car, but like if I had a little, or a credit card where, you know, I had a little back, so when I have a short couple days, then I can fall back on it or go. There's just no way out of the loop without help. Or, you know, like going to live with somebody. I have nobody. There's nobody. Then nobody cares. All the people that reach out, whatever, nobody in the family literally will let me go to the street. They do not care. Which again goes back to the emotion stuff. It's like, how do you treat your family like that, you know? The thing that pisses me off the most about it is I wish I was like some drug head, alcoholic. I've never even been to jail. I have nothing. I've never done a crime. I've never even seen a drug. I don't drink. I do nothing. I have no bad habits. I'm just someone that has a shitty situation and nobody in a shitty family and nobody that can help me. And nowadays it's so fucking rough. But then when you're in a certain spot, you know, it just, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know a way out. J Twist, you got an $800 car? Nice. Yeah, I just don't, I have no extra, like, barely. The crazy part is, if I could take 1 month to work like I'm doing, I could buy a car easy. A shitty car, but I could buy a car. But I'm giving it all to the fucking car rental. But if I had a shitty car, I probably couldn't work and run it and live in it like I'm doing, because it wouldn't run. You can't keep the motherfucker on 24/7. That's what the problem with the Beast was. I'll admit I think with the Beast, I took it for granted a little bit, and I don't think I pushed as hard as I could have. I mean, I was about probably 80%, but there was a good chunk now, knowing and working the way I am, there was a good chunk I could have made more money. But also, the more I run the Beast, the more oil, the more fucking shit it leaked, the more shit kept breaking, and then I have to spend a day or two working on it. And so it was kind of a robbing Peter to pay Paul kind of thing. You know, it was limiting, where, you know, as I'm in a new car now, yeah, I can run the fucker all day long every day. Doesn't matter. You have to get a car too. Yeah, it's crazy because I'm paying more than somebody would for like a fucking Mercedes payment. And I could show somebody that I can make that and do that. But I can't get approved to do that, because even if they counted my jobs or whatever, my credit sucks. And then you need at least $1,500, $2,000 down at a buy here, pay here place, at least. I just need somebody that fucking has a car lot or something. I don't know what to do. But then everybody that, you know, would want to possibly try to help you, like if I was just out here trying to ask people or work or whatever, we'll see, because I'm going to lose the ability to make money, so I'm not going to have any money for food or anything. I'm going to try to get like food stamps and stuff, but I don't even know if I'll get them. It takes a while. I think you have to wait like a month, so I'm not going to have any. I mean, I get skinny, which is fine. I need to, so whatever. But I'm not going to have any way to make money, so I'm not going to have any money to like buy anything. Not that I need, you know, just to eat. And fuck, I've been eating tons of bananas. They're cheap. That's one. If you're broke, you can fucking banana it up. You can buy a lot of bananas for really cheap. You can buy whole fucking bundles like $1. So I don't know. I don't know. But I just, again, I just wanted to give you guys a check in, kind of let you guys know where everything was at. Kind of just stuck and don't know what to do. You got a 2010 Focus. Yeah, those are cheapy little. Has leather and AC for $800. God damn, dude. Ma Dukes is in the building. Kelly is here. Hello. I'm happy your arm works better, Snag. I was reading back the chat. Forgive me, guys. It's been a long fucking time since I've done any of this. Devious the monkey. You sent me an email. Yeah. You know what? It doesn't. They don't give me the notifications anymore. It doesn't even have the red dots. I don't know why. But I haven't checked it in the last couple of days because I've been out just working. And to be honest, most of the day today, I've just been doom scrolling, waiting for orders, and I didn't even look at it. It's funny because, yeah, I've had like 3 or 4 people this week. So I guess it kind of just mustered up enough to get me to come back on and say, hey. Which I appreciate it for you diehards, you know. I realized I watched a little bit of it and I thought about it, and, you know, I feel like I kind of pussed out, but, you know, when you're in this situation, it's really hard. But given the amount of work that I do now, like comparative, I'm like, man, I really wish I could have a couple months doing this with the beast and I would have had enough, but it just wasn't. The beast couldn't handle that either. Plus, I'd be fucking dead because I'd been drowned in sweat. I am glad for the AC, but I'm not looking forward to propping up in the bushes and getting fucking robbed by all these crackheads out here. The only nice part is there's a little bit less of them. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to check on and see what the encampment looks like here. And I'm going to be really fucking stuck, though. That's the bad thing, because once you get to that point, then you're just done. I got nothing left to sell or nothing. Like, I went through and sold everything. Every little ounce of everything I could. Like, old fucking little cameras, fucking garbage can. I sold every goddamn thing. The storage is really small now. I got more. There's more room in this car than my new storage. It's tiny. Your blood people suck. I know. Yeah, it's unfucking believable how you would let a family member just be out on the street. That's not, didn't do anything. The weird part is with them too is I never had. Sure, we fought, whatever, but there was no. I don't even remember cussing anybody out or anything. Like, it never even got to that point, like, of like, you know, fuck you, this, whatever. Even if you got that bad, like, still, if you had like the ability and someone's on the fucking street, like, okay, I think I'm back. I have to go to bed some bed. Thank you, Kelly. Have a good night. Appreciate it. No, I didn't sell the beast. The beast isn't worth nothing, J Twist. $100. Like, the most I can get out of the beast is if I took it to a tire shop, had them take those fucking almost brand new fucking tires I just put on them, or, you know, the donations we put. Remember, I spent $300 on tires like a month before. So we got 4 decent tires on there, but I can't get the fucking car to the goddamn, I can't do anything. I don't have a jack or nothing. I sold all that. Even if I did, what am I gonna do? Jack it up, fucking carry the wheels to the tire. I don't even have the money to take the goddamn, like, it's not worth it. There is not any fucking thing that I have left that I can get rid of. Like I said, I sold the phone, the live phone. There's nothing left. Unless somebody wants to buy some old fucking trophies from the 90s from my sports. Nothing. I don't even have any fucking food stuff back there. I've just been day to day, like whatever I need that day I've been getting. Especially every time I get close to the car or switch out, I always end up being like that. I just try to save every little penny. And then, after that, the best time is right after I get the car because it's prepaid a week. And then I get the deposit back from last month because they've got 200 of my dollars sitting there. So I get that deposit back. And then, so the first couple days after I get the car, usually I'm able to get like deodorant and toothpaste and shit like that, like where I can have necessities. But yeah, I went like 2.5 weeks. I didn't even have deodorant. Yeah, it was fucking gross. I had a shower and a sink a couple times because I didn't have enough to renew the gym. I had money coming in. I was making $100, $120, but I turn around and have to give it to the car. When you're working that much, and it's almost pointless because when things are that brutal and you're like spending all your money to do that, like it's almost not worth it. You like almost just want to say fuck it. I was just hoping to try to get to where we can get into the cheaper months because then it goes to like 250. It goes under 300. Right now we're in the 400s, and that's the cheapest. There's no. I even have a free day, but it's like $330 plus the 200 deposit, so it's still 500, and I have to have 500 and something dollars. So it's just hard to. But at least I got the store. Like I said, I got the storage over here. It's just been a lot of work. I've had some fun times, situations and stuff. I guess I don't want to say fun times, but like fun orders and stuff. I had a couple good ones. I did one the other day. This lady, fucking way South Island, like very bottom where the ferry is, like 45 minutes. I think it was when I did the cabinets. It might have been another one, but I took a roadie. I had a triple stack, so roadie, Instacart, and did I have an Uber? I think I had an Uber too. Anyways, I had multiple orders. I had like 3 or 4 orders, and they were going on the way, and so I routed it enough to where I was like making a decent profit to go there and back. I think it was like $60. And then this Instacart popped up, and it was for one thing of candy, and it was $20. So it's kind of shitty, but what that person didn't know is that I had other orders going that way, so it lined up for me, even though nobody in the fucking world would take it because it's like 60 miles round trip for $20, and nobody would take that. So the lady, once I take it and I get to the store, it's like this kind of Jewish candy, Havala or something. I don't know what the fuck it was. Some weird candy and just like a metal tin. So I go and grab it, and she's texting me, and she's like, hey, I'll make sure I pay for the ferry and whatever. I'm like, I don't need the ferry, but whatever. I'm not arguing. I'm like, okay, thanks, whatever. She goes, I'll tip more, whatever. So I go to deliver this thing, and it's on this little alcove, this super nice beach. Fucking, you go through these gates, like $1 million houses, brand new truck, pull up. She comes out, it's one candy thing like this big. She gives me a $20 bill. I'm like, sweet, okay, that's fucking nice. Plus the 20, so I'm $40. I'm like, this is sweet. So I'm driving away, and the Instacart comes through like about 10 minutes later. She upped the tip. I got $70 fucking to deliver that. And then I did my other one. So there was like $130 right there. I was like, sweet. So there's been not a handful of those, not, nothing crazy, but days like that are great. I was hoping usually Mondays are good because you have a bunch of shit from the weekend and for the Home Depot that goes in the roadie. So I've been liking roadie a lot. So Indy would, it's funny, Indy would be proud. There probably is a scrap company, Snacky, that would buy the Beast. The problem with the Beast, it won't drive. So there's nothing locally that will take it and give me money for it. So yes, if I was in a different area, sure, I could go scrap it and get a few $100. But there's nothing out here, so I would have to take it somewhere. Well, then the cost of taking it there would outweigh the cost of what I would get, so it's not worth it. I don't have anybody with a trailer. If I knew somebody that had a trailer or something, yeah, I could tow it somewhere or whatever. But without that, I could rent a U-Haul and do that, but then you're paying $200 to get $200. Like, I know you guys are always super creative and whatever, and you're trying to help. And it's just like all of those situations. I've looked into it. There's nothing I can do. I've used them all. Does anybody have, if the roles are reversed, for sure they would have their 2 cents to say. Yeah, exactly, Ma Dukes. Does anybody have any questions for me? Because like I said, I haven't been on here in a while. I kind of forget to, I don't know. I'm not in the flow of things, like we used to be. Unfortunately, I don't know if there's any date I'm ever going to get another phone or be able to do lives, but like I said, it'll kind of give you a last check-in before I disappear. Take a header off the bridge. You love roadie? Yeah, dude. You know what? I kind of like it. There's some cool spots. Like, I had a good one. I had the truck when I was in Yakima, so before I loaded the storage shit up, and when I was selling stuff out of the storage, I was able to use it. I took the bed. I met people with that. I got a good lumber delivery. It was like $50, $40 or something like that. I don't even remember. There's been so many. But yeah, there's some decent ones on there. The best part about roadie that I like is they kind of bug you on time, but you can almost like take something and they don't really care. Now, I've ran into issues with Home Depot that you can't get a delivery after 8 p.m. even though they're in there. Like, they don't deliver after 8, so even if it's 7:30 and it's like a 45-minute, they won't give it to you. So basically nothing after like 5 or 6 o'clock. And there really isn't much in there usually. It's usually daytime. But yeah, the best is stack and stuff. I love to. I just figured out like a month ago that you could bid on multiples, which I didn't know, J-Twist. So if you bid on one and it's like pending, you can go in and submit on another one. So if they're going the same way, you can take multiple roadies. So it's kind of like Instacart, but you can take multiple orders, whereas Instacart puts them together on their own and you just get a pick from what they have, if whatever's in there. They don't combine, like there could be 2 going right by each other, but you can only take one of them. In roadie, you can bid on each of those and then sometimes get them. My bread and butter is getting the South Island and then taking taking a roadie, getting it loaded or whatever, and then taking an Instacart or vice versa and stacking those together. And then sometimes even I'll have Uber on and get an Uber going and then really fucking pumping because you're making like triple money. Problem is because the road's all windy and shit, it takes a while to get back. But if I can make my base money, if I can make $100, everything else is kind of bread and butter, right? Like, so you're good. I don't know. It is kind of neat. You done that with luggage? Yeah. Mod Dukes, what's the best app? Well, if anybody want to help, it's is that Money Symbol Sloth-Man, I think? Cash App's the best. The links are in the bio. I don't ask any of you guys to help because I know all you guys are all kind of struggling on your own. So, I think if you put the email, I think it's Devious Dasher. Is it still Devious? I don't even fucking know. The links are in the bio though. It's all the same shit as it was before. If anybody does want to, like Lala said, hopefully I have a really good day tomorrow. But I don't know. I'm gonna try to figure it out. I might have to go the Turo route, but I don't even know. You can rent for a couple days, but the problem with that is if you want to extend it, it's not necessarily available. So to get locked in on the good rate, you have to book for the week. And that's what kind of fucks me because you got to pay for the week. I just wish you got the deposit right away or they would transfer the fucking deposit you already have. Like, I hate that you have to keep giving it. One good thing is I didn't have before. I only had debit card. I finally got a credit card, but it's not a credit card. It's just part of my bank account. And so it's linked to the checking account, but it runs as credit. Even though the debit card can run as credit, I understand that. But in their system, it has to be a specific credit card. And so when they run it, they only pre-auth it for the 200 and then release it. Whereas all these times I've been leaving the deposit and having it sit there for the whole month. They hold it for the whole month, which fucking sucks balls. That's what always fucks me because I basically have to have double and it screws me every time. Yeah, the links in the bio are still good. Does Turo have a mileage limit? Some of them are, John. I found one it's in Everett, so it's not. The problem is getting to there, possibly. The cool part about Turo is they're not all new cars, so they'd be a little cheaper. Not necessarily, but there's, like 10-year-old cars. You're not all brand new. I don't think they have the deposit thing. That's the only thing that would save me. Or spend a day or two on the streets until I get the deposit, and then I don't know. It depends on tomorrow. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. That specific car that I was looking at earlier it was unlimited miles, so. And I only like this, I keep track of it on here. This one's higher this month, but usually it's been about 1,700 to like 2,000 miles a month. I'm at 2,300 on this one for the month, which isn't that bad, really. It's about 500 a week. I had one week I did a lot. The 4th of July, I was crazy. That was a good week. 405 hours of idle time. There's where the new car comes in. You can't idle a car for 400 hours. It's like a cop car or something where they sit and idle. But I got to do that to keep the stuff charging because this phone is the battery is so fucked. I can only do, I'll go do one Instacart and the fucking battery's dead. It'll get to like 50%. because this is like 6 years old. I think it's it's almost 7 years old, this phone, and I've never replaced the battery. So it's just fucking toasty roasty. So I just leave it plugged in, but that's why you really can't go live and stuff. So, well, it's good to check in with you guys. I need to get back out there and see if I can make anything. I think I paused Uber for a minute, but I might check in tomorrow, maybe let you guys know where I'm at. The other channel doesn't have any subscribers, but the Sloth-Man, there's none of the Trump stuff's on there. I left it off. So if you guys want to go over there, all the lives, all the member only lives, all the shorts, none of the political stuff, everything's on there. I made it all public. So you don't need a membership or nothing. You want to go watch me talk shit months ago or years ago, every video ever is on there. There was like 450 lives. At 30 at a time, I had to go and manually make them all public. There's like 450 lives. There's like 200 videos, and then I want to say there's like 150 shorts or something like that. Yeah, if anybody wants to adopt a sloth, yeah, like I can put up shelves, I can work, I'll do whatever you need. All I need is like a little amount of money and a car. I just need a car so I can make money. Just need a car. If not, if there's any like old lady sugar mamas around the Western Washington, at this point, if you can walk, I'll be your, I know I'm kind of fat, but I'm pretty cheap. I'll take anything at this point. I'm so desperate. I'm at desperation. But come and do a garbage can near you soon. Yeah, popping out of a bush near you soon. Buddy Devious. So anybody who's got any ideas for me, let me know. But yeah, tomorrow's D-Day. I'm gonna get up and start at about 8 or 9 o'clock. Hopefully, I mean, I'll probably stay out until about midnight tonight. I do need to sleep a little bit, but we'll see. I was hoping to have like a $200 day today, but I haven't even hit fucking $30. I'm at $29. I've been doing about 60-hour weeks, and with my health and stuff and sleeping and whatever, it's about as much as I can fucking do. Doing enough, but just not quite enough to get by. But it was good to see you and chat with all you guys. I appreciate everybody, and you guys think of anything, maybe like I said, I'll check in tomorrow night or something, depending on how busy. If it's busy, I'll try to get at least one more post or update to you before everything fucking hits the fan. But I'm alive for now, barely, but still hanging on. Love you guys. Have a good night. Appreciate it. Thank you, Lala. Thank you, my Dukes. J Twist. Mr. Doe. Snacky. Eric. Thank you all.